Kirigilo mani mekwaya, kerabe miri, menu volo, menu nyero, menu kwele. Ooh, mani mekwaya, mani mekwaya. Anything we do, everything we do. Per what take you we kulu. Anything we do, everything we do. Twero twingi, mawani, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Per what take you we kulu.
Very good afternoon to everyone who is watching us right now. My name is Tony Areo, aka Mr. Twa, and I'm here with one of the fast rising artists, female artist with the sweetest voice that most of you may not be knowing. And I'm here with her so that you get to know her. We're going to interact on many things, her music, and many other things that surround her music. Otherwise, you are most welcome.
Thank you.
Greet your fans.
Hi everyone, my name is AKISA. My actual name is AKISA Fortunate Abe. I'm so happy to be here today. Thank you so much, Intuitive Promotion, for hosting me today. Yeah, I'm called AKISA and I'm yet a new artist. I've only released a single song. The title is called Mawani and it just dropped 1 month ago. Yeah, thank you.
Wow, you are just having one song that you released and it is blowing up everywhere like you have been there for years, you know?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah.
So, what have you been up to before this song came through?
Actually, I've been into live band.
Okay.
Yes, before I started recording. I started, I think that was in 2019 when I was around 14 or 15, something of that kind. And my late father, I had a band. It's called Northwood Production Band. It's still functioning up to right now. So he gave me that opportunity to join the band team. I got built there, my vocals got built. But I always wanted to be a very good recording artist. But I didn't know how to start it. I wanted to first understand the industry and how I even had doubts if I could write songs. Yeah, you know that stuff. I'm always doing covers. So there was just this. We used to do covers of Michael Jackson. We would also go and record it in the studio. But then the first time I ever wrote a music piece of my own was a tribute song for my late papa when he passed away in 2022. So I wrote a tribute song for him. The title is called Legacy High. That was the time I tested myself if I could write or not. So that was the first time I ever wrote a song. And I didn't have serious media page by then. And I didn't even have a YouTube channel. It got dropped in the producer's channel, that is Civil Master Beats.
Okay.
They dropped it in his channel. And yeah, the song is out there for people who are close to me and the ones who are close to the late Stephen Kilama Ojara. They got to listen to the song. But there's a reason as to why I consider Mawani as my first song, because it was a decision I just made, like, okay, this is it. I'm writing this out of a true story, not a fake one, and it's going to be officially released in my YouTube and in all my platforms. So I started music like officially 2019. But I've always been a singer since childhood. Yeah,
I was almost going to ask you if this song was written for you. Then you said it is based on a true story.
No, it wasn't written. It wasn't written for me at all. I wrote it for myself because it was a very true story, like something that really happened. Yeah.
Mawani.
Yes, Mawani. Yeah.
Give us an acapella.
Okay, guys, I love the second verse so much. I don't know why, so allow me start from there.
Okay.
Set my heart on fire just to keep you warm, just to keep you through the night. And I'll be Timo, Aito. And tell me what you need. Down on Quedo, down on Logo, down on Pinyangel, down on Piganoa. Mani Mekwaya, Kidigiloro mani mekwaya, keda be miri, menu volo, menu nyero, menu kwele. Ooh, mani mekwaya, hey, mani mekwaya. Anything we do, everything we do. Perwate kiwigi kulu. Anything we do, everything we do. Ooh. Chwero chwingi. Mawani, mawani. Mawani, mawani. Mawani, mawani. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Perwate kiwigi kulu.
This is so nice.
Thank you.
By the way, I don't know if I'm going to what is going to come next out of my mouth is going to be like overrating you or overhyping you, but I don't think I've had a sweet voice like this. Sorry to say, but your voice is just too sweet, and I believe your future in this industry is very, very bright.
Yeah.
That is from me.
I have the feeling too. Not to be bossy, but there is always that inner feelings we have. And we tend to neglect it. That's why we get misguided, we fall off track. But then there's that inner voice keeps on telling us, you're meant for this. You need to do this. This is the right thing. And if it comes instantly, trust me, it is the thing you have to do. So it took me time to start recording, but I knew it was my instinct to tell me that, AKISA, this is the perfect time. So I believe that I pray the industry paves for me way. They give me a lot of applause, and they push me, because one thing I've realized with the new generation coming, we have international voices, by the way. When you check out with the Conspiano, I remember me and Conspiano were in high school together.
Okay.
So if there's one thing I know about the two of us with our friendship, like since high school, we have always been these kids that you can just easily separate from every other person who is talented. Like you feel we are all together in a group of talented people, but there's some way, somehow, there's a way people will just look at the both of you like, these two, there's something different about them. You get that stuff. This is a guy who I would say I kind of looked up to him in high school because he was very confident. I wasn't confident. And he used to play, he learned how to play acoustic before me. I learned it very late. And he used to tune the local hub, the adu, to sound like a guitar. So somehow in school we got famous because of just the stuff we did, and we were the first people to bring out talent shows in our school. And so if there's one thing I know about this generation coming, I haven't heard a lot yet. I know about Conspian, I know about Caro. Caro is a gospel singer, but one thing I want is the northern people to support us who have the international voices, by the way. We need to get support, because alone we can't do it. We need like the whole voices behind us to push us, like, you know what, let's do this. Like, that is what we really want. And I feel like this year, if so bad, like next year, at least our music should be somewhere. Like,
so is it safe for us to assume that you will be the one to start hitting the international market for us?
Honestly, I would say I'm not the only one. Honestly, I wouldn't say I'm the only one. But I can, with my inner feelings, I feel like I will be among the people to somehow bring the northern music into the international world. Why? We are targeting at outcompeting the Kampala singers, the central singers, instead of just, we are all Ugandans. Instead of focusing in another country, we are focusing in just, Uganda. So I feel like it's about time we focus in a different country. The Kampala people, they have different vibes. We have different vibes. We have a lot of uniqueness in us. That's why they are so much afraid of us. And
True.
they know how much we are talented. So I feel just like, I think I read this somewhere on Facebook, people are so much concentrating in outcompeting the Centralers instead of just hitting the Nigerians, let's say,
The world market.
the world market. Instead of doing that, because first of all, let me give example of the people of the Tylers, the Aria Stars. They might be under record labels, but they have the talent, and they never only focused in Nigeria. They had that target of going ahead. So we need to look ahead, we need to support each other, and then we just see what is best for the industry. Yeah.
So, are you signed under a record label?
No, I am a solo soldier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you've been working with Sivo Master Beats for quite some time.
Yeah, I think since 2020.
Since 2020.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the reasons why? I think you've only worked with him. Have you worked with any other producer?
I haven't worked with any other producer yet. And why I've been working with Sivo, yes, I know a couple of producers. I know the Paul Elias, I know Giddy, like I've met them at least in person. One thing about Sivo is he has good sounds.
Okay.
His mastering skills are
top notch.
top. Trust me. When you listen to a mini by Ricky Bad and you listen to Mawani by AKISA and listen to any other song that Siva has ever produced, his mastering is on top. If there's one thing I know about pushing music, it has to have good sound. We can't be pushing something that is noisy and all of that. We need to have good quality sound. We might have the voice, but when the sound and the quality is not coming, it doesn't work. But I also believe in working together. Together has power. Like, I can go and record from Powell and Sivo Masters. You know that?
Yeah.
There is that power in working together, but I've not seen so much of that happening. There is a song of Caro Casita that was worked on by 5 producers. 5. And it's not a problem. The music is moving, and that is what we have to do. But I have plans of working with other producers too. The only reason as to why I worked with Sivo is it's because I'm familiar with him, just getting to know the industry. I've not yet had one-on-one conversation with Elias or with Kiddy or with any other producer. So I still feel like I'm familiar with Sivo, but I have a lot of music at the moment. I'm writing so much, and I can assure that I will not be working only with him, but I'll be working with the rest of the northern producers too. But what I want to do with my music is I want everyone to be part of it, like the producers. If I use Paul, can Giddy come and add something? Can Sivo come and add something? And it becomes a good quality sound, because trust me, 2 heads are better than 1, and yeah, somehow it just works out. So I have plans of working with almost every producer here. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, they say the media usually likes asking very funny questions. Allow me to ask this.
Yeah.
You said this song here was based on a true story.
Oh my God.
Is this like a song you dedicated maybe like to your boyfriend, or it has something to do with your boyfriend? Something like that? Or is it a song about a past relationship? What is it about?
It's a song. Honestly, I think even the current person that I'm dating doesn't know the real truth. But this song, yeah, it's going to get interesting now. This song was a song of 2 people.
Okay.
Actually, two people. The verse 1 was for a different person, honestly. And then the verse 2 was for my current love. You get? So I believe in collecting. There's a way when you get them together, but they're all true stories. And somehow what I wrote in verse 1 was so very what was happening with even my current relationship.
Mm.
So I'm like, okay, in my current relationship, this is even happening. So, but the song really changed. The first time I went to the studio was different. Was so different. It was, if I was to release the first demo, trust me, you guys would even know who I was meaning, because it was so straightforward. But then I went down. First of all, I realized this is it didn't have so much of a trolley, but I'm like, okay, this is my first music. I need people to know AKISA is from northern Uganda. AKISA is an actually. So even when I used to perform in Kampala, when I mention AKISA, everyone thinks it's not a girl from the northern industry. Otherwise, I am an actually. So I'm like, I'm going to put actually in this song, and I don't want it to make it too personal, okay? So I added some light to the song, and I didn't make it so personal, but it was a storyline. So I'm more of a storyteller.
Okay.
I'm a story writer. I don't really just go to the studio and catch a vibe. Most cases I have things that inspire me, and there are stories. And sometimes in case I move to a gathering and I see couples, there are things they be doing. Like I write from what they're doing and I just change it to my situation. So it was a true story, and it was based on a relationship that has lasted for long, but somehow the guy was misbehaving. Yeah, at some point also the lady, which is me, also misbehaved, but I wrote from my side. Obviously the guy had his story too. So I wrote from my side how things changed. In the beginning he loved me so much, things started changing, he started doing things because he wanted fame, he wanted money, and he messed up. But I didn't give up because the relationship was an old one, and somehow just leaving the relationship, starting a new vibe again, knowing somebody else, it's hard and it's scary. You might meet someone who is even worse than the one you had. So that's why in verse 2 it is me trying to talk to him, saying what you're doing is not right. And one thing I have to tell you is I've set my heart on fire to keep you warm, like all day, and I will do it for the rest of my life. And I want to tell you, people talk, people investigate, and people will never trust us, because this love is just between the two of us. So
you against the world.
Yeah. So I'm like, this love is ours. Even if they talk, it is ours. Even if a bear really wants you, and because we had some bear drama in between us, so it was a random name. Like, you know, when you're in the studio, you're there catching a vibe, the beat is going, you know, that stuff, and somehow a bear pops in my head, and from nowhere it just matched it what was in us. I'm like, okay, let me just leave this up here. Let it just. So I was like, even if a bear wants you, this love is ours, simply. So that is the main song. But people when they listen to the song, they be like, okay, in the first verse we feel like it's a heartbreak song. Then when it goes to the second verse, it's more of a love. It is because people are used to listening to songs that are not storylines. Mostly they are just appreciating, oh, this woman has fine ways, pretty face, you know, that stuff. So when you come out with a storyline, people be like, okay, what happened here? You leave people in suspense, and you let them use their brain to interpret the song. You get that is how it's supposed to be musically. We need something that is so straightforward doesn't give people to dig deep. But when someone is almost getting it right, then it'd be like, oh, something is not right here. They go and do more research. I'm like, okay, AKISA was meaning this. I think she was meaning this. And it's much very interesting on interviews like this, because when I don't have a storyline, how will I explain my song? It's actually hard. So that's basically the song. It's a pure love song. It's not a heartbreak song. It's just a pure love song that is true, that has storylines in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this song has caught fire, and it is playing almost in every platform. If you go on TikTok, it has a lot of challenges. It also has good YouTube views, and it is just all over the internet. Have you started getting gigs because of this song?
I've got I think my first gig is going to be tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, but usually I have been just promoting it.
Okay.
Because I have acoustic nights at Masaki, then I have a band night on Sunday, like at Wine's Garage. So I make sure I sing it because not everybody has access to phones and all of that. So and then not everybody's on phone full time, and the name AKISA, not everybody knows it yet. So I'm trying to promote it. So my first ever gig that I'll be hired just for the song, it's going to be tomorrow at the Northern Fashion Week.
Northern Fashion Week.
Yes.
Where is it going to happen?
It's going to be at Boma Hotel.
Boma.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all fans of AKISA out there, don't miss out on her performances tomorrow at Boma Hotel. By the way, what is the date? Tomorrow?
30th.
30th. Yeah. Tomorrow 30th, don't miss out. 30th of March. Don't miss out on AKISA's performance at Boma Hotel in Gulu.
Yes. Yes.
So, there's this other thing I want to ask you.
Yes.
If you look at our music industry currently, what are some of the things, okay, basing on your thoughts, what are some of the things that you think are letting down this music industry? The things that are making it not to grow in a very steadfast way.
The first thing I would start by is copycat. Be straightforward. When Easy came into the music industry, I think I was in secondary school. I was in either Form 1 or Form 2, something of that kind. He came and, he just grabbed the whole note. So one thing, I have been to the studio a couple of times and I've noticed, because many people look at him like as an inspiration point, they want to sound like him.
Okay.
You hear someone wants to sound like Easy, they want to follow Easy's line, that stuff.
His style of singing.
Yes, he's very talented. Easy is very talented. He's unique in his own way. But I feel like as an artist, we need to have what defines us. We don't really have to pick it from somebody else.
Wow.
We need to have what defines us. When I was in the band, I loved Azawi so much. Literally, I would even want to be like her. But one person told me, AKISA, find yourself. And then build that yourself. And I realized finding myself was writing my own lyrics in my language, recording my songs, finding my own style, and paving my unique way. That is it. When you have something unique in you, it's very easy for somebody to identify you. Now when I listen to somebody sounding like Easy over the radio, I'm like, oh, Easy has a new song. And it's not
it's
easy.
not easy.
You get?
Yeah.
So you take a lot of years to come up because you're trying to cop somebody up. That is the first challenge we have here. And then the second one is we are not together. We are fighting each other.
All the time.
All the time. We are always fighting. You see this one is better than you. You want to step on their feet. This one is doing this one. You want to step on their feet. Competition is very healthy.
Yeah.
It's what pushes us up. But it should be a healthy one. Not something that, breaks us. So I feel like we need to stay together. We can't do this alone. I will just release the secret here. I have a song called Femme, but I haven't released it. And I can't tell you when I will do it. But it basically speaks about how it's dangerous for you to move in fame alone. You need to go together, like we walk together into this fame. And together we can, just make it. And then the third thing we have is with the industry, me as a lady, let me say me as a lady. Everybody who wants to promote your music wants to first, mishandle you.
By the way, that is one thing that is all over the media.
Yes.
Now, like for some of us who are promoters, when we are getting so close to people like you, let us say, putting up a lot of your content. Let's say we have a business arrangement, but you're always making appearances on the platform. Then someone says, boom, Mr. Tuanentia Chelu. Don't chelu ya. You get? So,
yes.
You talk a little more on that.
I think it's not really so openly. One thing I know about people is they judge a lot. They'll see someone together. I'm like, okay, these guys are dating. These guys are hooking up. But it's different. Like ever since I released my first song, I've been receiving so many promoters in my inbox. You know, we can push this for you. You know this, you know this, you know this. There was even this one producer I was in Kampala, was like, Akisa, can you come and help me back up this song? I don't know the place. I haven't met you before. I'm like, man, I don't know you. And I'm busy, I can't come. This guy blocks me. Then after some time he calls me again. Like, yeah, last time we were on phone, you were, irritating me. You were, all bossy, what? Why are you behaving that way? I'm like, what is wrong with you? And he starts asking me your date. I'm like, no, can we do this? And I'm like, no. Then he blocks me forever. You get? Then there was this time I'm like, I need to work with you. You're a good producer. Doesn't answer my text. You get that point. They want to always manipulate you. They want to use you, and it's kind of scary with us ladies. But you need to be assertive. My mom has always told me, Akisa, be assertive. And let your no be a no. Don't be afraid to say no to everyone, because that's where your power is. When you're a yes person, you lose that respect and all of that. So that's a problem we ladies usually have, whether it's with producers, whether it's with promoters. Just know we just have that kind of problem here. And the artists should. And then another one problem I have is songwriting. We have people who are so gifted in singing, but they can't write for themselves. Then we have these ones who can't sing well. They just be there singing, but the voice doesn't come out the way we want it. But they are good lyricists. When you check out the industry, the Burna Boys, those big people, they don't really, literally, they don't write every single song they record. They at least have writers. There's a way when you write all your songs, they almost want to sound the same sometimes, because you need, mostly with people who don't write out of inspiration or true stories. There's always, they will sound the same. So this is the trick that people use nowadays. I can write my first 2 songs or my third songs, and I get somebody to write for me. But now with the northern industry, I've seen when somebody wants to write for, no, this one can't write for me. So, if the writer writes, I wrote this song, this one doesn't even know how to write songs, can't write songs. But that's not the way the industry is. We need to work together. One person I respect lyrically is Doggy Fresh. And I've been having a chat with him. I'm like, Doggy, you're a lyricist, man. You have good lyrics. And he's one of the people that I would actually work with when I want somebody to write for me lyrics. He's a very good lyricist, and he has beautiful melodies in his head. I've been in the studio with him, and he's so quick, by the way. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, his lyrics is done. So we need to work together. We need to work together. It's not a must that if I sing, I need to write all my songs. I need to get another vibe. Listen to Mixola. Mixola's songs were different from Nowhere is singing Pim Target, and it's so different from some of the styles. Chuke Dongpe, it's all different, because if you compare the way he entered with the Lero stuff, the vibe was different. He comes to Chuke Dongpe, it's different. Now he's in Pim Target, it's different. It's because we need to be versatile. We need to pick from all areas and we combine it together. So that's also one problem that I've seen with the northern music, and that is one thing that is not really going to push us far.
Okay.
It's that. So I feel like we should just learn to work together, learn to support each other. You don't really have to use someone for you to, promote them. You don't really.
I think the first time I posted about your new song, there's someone, I think she's called Caro. Yeah, Caro.
Yes.
She went and put up a comment and said, promoters, radio presenters, bloggers, please just leave this one for us.
I know. There's a way they're fond of draining talents out of you. It's very true.
We have drained talents from the rest of the girls, and now this one we should leave.
By the way, that is very true. I read that comment. She was like, please leave this one for us. Spare this one at least for us. I saw that comment very well. And I felt it, because this is something that is happening not only in northern Uganda.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
But if you see, even if it's happening everywhere, at least they're still going. You get? One thing I know is, let's just promote music wholeheartedly. We don't have to exchange at least something, because at the end of the day, even the promoter will benefit.
Yeah.
You know why? I get so famous out there, and then it could be through your platform that I got, notice. You get? At the end of the day, when I have something new, I'll be like, oh, I want to use Into Deep promotion. And this time round, it's cash. So you also benefit from it. You get?
Yeah,
but people don't see that point. They don't really see that point, that once you uplift somebody, somehow you're going to get there. You will obviously
It's a win-win for everyone.
It's a win-win because you did it wholeheartedly. But somebody who wants to use the other will keep on meandering around. You wait for another.
So, apart from music, what other talents do you have?
I am a model. I wouldn't say that is a talent. I would just say that's a built one. Because I am studying fashion and design. So somehow the industry it's around there. So when you're doing fashion, obviously, mostly in your first years, they let you walk the runway, you get that stuff.
Okay.
And that is how I even got to perform with the Northern Fashion Week, because last year I worked for them. I've worked for Lamaro Fashion Week. I have worked for Ajura. So I'm a student and I'm a model too. So that is what I do.
Outside music.
Yeah, outside music.
Now, I have never seen you perform perform your song maybe on a CD, or I normally see you doing live band. Okay, I follow a lot and I see all your performances are live band. Do you have a reason why you only do live band performances? And if you have a reason, does it mean that you cannot sing on, from the computer or something like that?
I can sing from the computer. Like, I can do it. Sometimes I can just use downloaded beats and sing on top. That is okay.
No, I mean like when you're performing. Let us say when you've been booked and then you move with the flash drive and
No, I don't feel that. I'm just going to be honest. I don't feel it. I've actually much respect to the artists that have been there before me. But the world is changing. The world is changing, that if you can't sing on live, it's really very unfortunate. There's going to come a time where strictly they would want live music, but I'm not saying that's the reason as to why I'm only doing live music. Live is just so real.
Okay.
And that is where I started from. Like, I started on live band. And I think if there's any person who is going to hire me, even the one that I'm going to perform in tomorrow, it's a live session. There's a way with live, you listen to everything is live, everything is just on point. So I feel with miming, me as a singer, with miming will make me scream a lot. You get it? Yo, it's going to make me scream a lot, and the song is playing. I have to, be loud, that stuff. It's not healthy for a vocalist. At the end of the day, your voice is gone. You go home, you can barely sing. You're barely heard because you've been screaming on top of your voice just because you want to, get loud. But on live music, you do vocal warm-ups and everything is just on point. So I would say I don't want to say I don't really mime. I do it, but I'm a live band person. So to everybody out there, if you're going to hire me with time to come, I'm a live person. I love something so real, something that you just feel it there and then, and you be like, the artist, this is it. You just sound exactly the way you are in the studio, you get. So yeah, I prefer live music.
Talking about live music, which band do you normally perform with?
My family band is Northwood Production Gulu, but I am just a part-time singer at Space. because Space is still a new band in Gulu, and they still don't have that well-built vocalist. And because everybody that is in Space, they were the same team that we were in Northwood, only that they just left the team and they joined Space Live Music. So we became families, like families in case Space they are in need of somebody to help them out.
You're always there.
I'm always there for them. And when, in case we Northwood production band, we really need help, they're always there for us. So we are basically like family band team. Like we are family. Space and Northwood, we are just family. So, but the mother one, the one that mentored me is Northwood production, and I'm still in Northwood production. Just because of maybe my music career, my management is trying to limit me from now performing constantly, because soon they might start hiring me, so I should not be all over the place. And,
You need to start being rare.
Yeah, start being rare. You know the life of artists. They move only at night. It's crazy, but yeah, that is it. Yes.
Well, we had a very lengthy discussion,
Yes.
and we've really talked. What are your last words to your fans out there, and to the people in northern Uganda in regards to music?
The one thing, guys, the name is still AKISA, and this is my honest opinion and my honest advice to everybody out there. The one thing that every single person that has been on interview, they keep on saying support, support. I think it has become an anthem, like a very big anthem for everyone. Like we need pure support, not only support, like pure ones. I don't have to give you something in order for you to support me. If I'm to give you something, it should be like an appreciation. I'm like, yo, thank you so much for doing this for me. You get that. Or maybe business perspective, like we get together, I'm like, okay, so I have a show, I need to promote this, I'm going to give you this, accept that. But I don't really have to give you something for you to give me back, you know. So we really need pure support, and with pure support we can break boundaries. We don't really have to prove ourselves. We have spent years proving ourselves to the centralists that we are good enough. I think it's time we shouldn't be proving ourselves to them, because we are all Ugandans at the end of the day. I think we need to be proving ourselves to different countries.
Well, talking about that in particular, there is this tendency of them not playing our music from the central. And they have the biggest media space.
Yeah.
And most of these artists complain that since they have a big space there, and this is Uganda, why don't they also play our songs more on their big media space? So, according to you, basing on what I have just told you, do you think it is okay for them playing more of their songs than ours?
One thing everyone should know is it has been a complaint since day one that can the centralists play for us our music, please, 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 please. And it's not happening. I think the only one person that I've noticed that they really pushed, honestly, it was Amini. I've been having some kind conversation with him. He told me there was a time people keep on saying at 6 a.m. or 6 a.m. I think 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. something of that kind. It's always playing like openly. People are supporting the song, but yes, it shouldn't only be for one song, you know. And once the centralists have made up their mind that we're not playing northern music, what else can we do? What we can do is break the internet in a different way. That's why I'm saying we should stop proving ourselves to them that we're good enough. It's just like you're really kind to somebody, but you always have to prove to this person that, you know what, I really like you, I'm kind, you know, that stuff. At the end of the day, they're not noticing it. You get what do you do?
They take your kindness for granted.
Yes. What do? You move on, like you look for another thing to do. Now we have seen that they're not playing our music, and it's always a fight. They kind of even hurt easy for us. You get that stuff. And you're seeing we look for different alternatives. That's why I'm saying we should stop comparing ourselves to them. We are Ugandans.
So, what are some of these alternatives that you have in mind? Because
I feel
it could also be helpful to the people out there.
I personally, I'll be traveling to Kenya tomorrow.
Mm.
And one thing I know is that's where I can start from.
Wow.
I'm meeting up with Kenyan artists, the Adoya Freaks. I'm meeting up with Eda Ayon, one of the big ones. And there are Luos, you get? We have Luos in Nigeria, we have Luos in Somalia, we have Luos, you get?
Yeah.
That's another way of us connecting. I just go for a Luo in Kenya. Now I meet Adoyo there. I go and meet Eda Ayon. There's Vika P. Matata. I'm meeting them. And Adoyo is a friend to one of the Sauti Soul people, you get? I think she's a friend to all. And I'll be like, you know what, Adoyo, I want to meet Bien. The next thing I know, I'm meeting Bien. Because I'll be there for a while, I'm like, Bien, I'm an artist. Can we work on something? We try. It's all about trials. Because before my dad passed away, he told me 99% of what happens on us on earth is by luck. I don't know if it's true. And then he says 1% is our hard work. I don't know why he says that. I don't know why he gave hard work only 1%. But I think he had his own reasons. Look at people like the Joshuas, the Baraka. He had only one song, but he made it through.
It changed his life.
Do you think that was just hard work? I would also say there's luck in between. So I see the point where my late papa just said 99% of something you try. You shouldn't be afraid of trying. We have tried Kampala, it has failed. And we are still trying. What's the problem there? We should let's go and try Nigeria. Now for me, I know I have there are low people in Nigeria. I'll be like, okay, I need to go and meet my Luo friends. My Luo friend knows another person who is not a Luo, and that person who is not a Luo knows another person. It's at the end of the day, it's just about friendship, connection, and trials. We shouldn't be afraid to try out everything. Through those trials, we get luck. So one thing I know, since I'm traveling, I'll be meeting many artists there. One thing God has blessed me with is just going for what I want. Yes, I'm done with the Luo. Now I need to make another step ahead. I will fail and I will try it again. So I think that is the best way. We conquer the East African stuff. Slowly. We go to the rest of Africa. And gladly enough, I don't think so people like Joshua Baraka just made it only through Africa. I think his song kind of also hits outside the country, but not the way we expected, because he's going for tours now in Paris, in Sweden, meaning just no somehow. So that can happen to us. I can only make a song with one person, and that at the end of the day still comes down to support, guys. It's support, because I can't go there and then I make a song with maybe one of the guys from Kenya, and then people back home, they're not promoting my song. You get that? It also becomes tough for me. Like, I'm new in the industry. Financially, I would say I'm not yet, at that point. So one thing I know, we just need to be together in this. It still comes down to being supportive.
Genuine support.
Genuine one, honest one, not paybacks, like something of that kind. So I'm just that one honest person, and I love going for what I really want, and I love trying out every single thing. As long as I know I can do it, I'll keep on trying. So that's the way. Just simply to answer your question, Kampala people has failed us. What else can we do? Look for another one.
Plan B.
One day, there was a time a friend asked me that, what is stopping you from, getting in touch with, I told them I like Baraka. Why can't you just text this guy? Get in touch. It comes in my head every morning. Okay, I like Baraka. I need to just go and text this guy on Instagram. That you guy, I'm a northern artist. Can we just, that stuff? It comes in my head, and it keeps on telling me, AKISA, just try. This person might land on your message, and they will just like it. So let's not be afraid to try out everything. I'm a new artist. One day I will just woke up and look for Easy. I'm like, Easy, me, I want to sing with you. And I just be honest. I be like, yo, Easy, do you want to do a collab with me? You get that stuff. We just try out things. I'd be like, Eddie Wizzy, can we do a song now? You know, I can write. Let me try. Okay, I have a vibe like this, something of that kind. And you never know. He says yes. Easy might say yes, AKISA. Yo, we go. And I think, I don't know if Easy still remembers, there was this one time we were for my papa's birthday and he was there. He was like, he was willing to support me out. But I was young. I have grown now so much because I performed some acoustic session. It was like, this girl can sing. I think I have a perfect song for her. And you know, something of that kind. But I was in school. I don't know if he still remembers because he was a close friend to my papa and he was a close friend to my stepmom too. So somehow he has forgotten, I guess. But one day I would just told me and be like, Easy, we need a song. Simple.
I believe Easy is going to watch this video, and yeah, if he remembers and he feels touched, yeah, he may reach out.
Okay, let me communicate to him straight away. Yo, Easy, this is AKISA. Some years back, I think it was in 2021 or 2020. It was my papa's surprise birthday party. You pulled over. I think it was AC who invited you. AC, my stepmom, the wife to the late Stephen Klamo Jara. I performed that day, and you were like, I have a nice voice, you would help me out, you know. You have a perfect song for me. But no feedback, yo. And I'm not angry because I was young by then. And it's okay. Then there was this second time at Polite Moscow's birthday. We sang together. I was singing Bed Mega and you showed up on stage and we sang together. So I'm officially asking you, can we do a collab?
Easy. She's asking for a collabo. Well, I hope, I wish it comes through. And yeah, so you guys shock the nation with something good vibes.
And guys out there, you should, in case Easy says yes, Easy, you guys should be ready to support the music. We push so that, you know, let's not concentrate on where people are giving us bad vibes. Let's go somewhere else and hopefully they get to accept us wholeheartedly. So Easy, if you're watching this, I'm ready. Actually,
me, this particular collabo here, I also can't wait for it. Easy, kindly, please make it happen for us.
Yes. Yes.
Otherwise, it has really been so nice catching up with you.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best when you travel to Kenya.
Thank
you. May that 99% of luck hit you, because you're already a hardworking person.
Amen.
Otherwise, blessings, peace, and love.
Thank you so much, Intudeep.